What's going on, everybody? Guys, how are you all doing? I hope everybody's doing well. And in today's video, as you can see on my screen, we have some of the most annoying UFC fighters on the roster on the screen. And today, guys, I'm gonna only talk about one of them in particular. Now, a lot of people might think it's Israel Adesanya, which, I could definitely do, but we're gonna be talking about someone who just, takes the top of the cake, someone who is extremely fucking annoying, someone who's crazy arrogant, someone who I just absolutely despise personally, guys. His name is Ian Machado Garry. I have a lot of reasons in today's video as to why he is the most annoying MMA fighter in the UFC. But guys, before we get into this, if you're new to my channel, always feel free to subscribe, smash that like button as it helps me out a lot, spread that algorithm. And we're going to get straight to the first reason, guys. Ian Garry, he really acts like he's a megastar, bro. He acts like he is a hero. He acts like he is exactly what the UFC needed, when that's not really the case at all, okay? Just because you are from Ireland, you're not Conor McGregor, bro. Sit down. And, another reason is that he films his every day-to-day life, like he is an absolute megastar, bro. Like, it's like a movie being written about him, okay? It's like no one gives a fuck, dude. And at the last event that Ian Garry fought at UFC 292, he took on Neil Magny, and Neil Magny said in an interview that he is going to beat Ian Garry like he beats his kids. And, if you're smart enough, you kind of realize that Neil Magny means he's going to discipline his kids, right? Not actually beat their asses. But Ian Garry, being the soy little vegan, he took it the wrong way. And what does he do when he gets to the press conference? He says, don't let Neil Magny get a question, yeah? He puts his hands on his child. You should never put your hands on a child.
I will have to go to Neil. Neil, I'm curious what you think when you hear this.
No. Neil's not answering a question. He's going to sit there and he's going to be quiet. To ever put your hand on a kid.
Like, little bro, you're the one swearing in front of your kid, okay? Your kid is a baby. You need to be a role. Like, just shut up, man. Neil Magny's a better father than you will be, Ian Garry. I'm sorry. I said it, okay? I said it. It's not only that, guys, but also during, when he was about to fight Neil Magny, leading up to that fight, he also said, a lot of people want to watch him fight Neil Magny, then Sean O'Malley fight Aljamain Sterling in the main event.
Who in good fuck is waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning in Europe, or the rest of the world for that matter, to watch Aljamain Sterling and Sean O'Malley? They're waking up for me. They're staying there. They're tuning in for me because I'm a superstar in Europe.
Guys, let's be real. I would 10 out of 10 times, 100 out of 100 times rather watch Sean O'Malley fight than Ian Garry. So I don't know what Ian Garry means by this, acting like he's the main event. This guy is extremely fucking arrogant, extremely cocky, alright? Sit down, little bro. You're a vegan, okay? The next reason, guys, why I think Ian Garry is absolutely unbearable is because this guy already has beef with a bunch of UFC fighters, okay? Think about it. Ian Garry hasn't even been in the UFC for like almost 3 years now, and he's already got beef with half the roster, okay? I'm talking about guys like Jeff Neal, Leon Edwards, Sean Strickland, Gilbert Burns. You heard it, my boy Gilbert Burns has beef with Ian Garry. So we're going to start off with the champion, guys, and Leon Edwards, and what his beef is with Ian Garry. So pretty much, if you guys haven't heard it in an interview a couple weeks ago that Leon Edwards did, he mentioned that Ian Garry has been kicked out of his gym. He has been asked to leave. And Leon Edwards stated that, Ian Garry was an absolute menace at his gym. Apparently, this guy was rocking up to training late. This guy was bringing in cameras, doing all this extra weird shit that, the gym obviously didn't want him to do. And they eventually asked him to leave. And this isn't the first time that Ian Garry has been kicked out of a gym. I thought I'd just let you guys know. So that's how you know this guy is a fucking annoying bastard. But that's not the only thing here, guys. The beef between Ian Garry and Leon Edwards. After Ian Garry got kicked out of Leon Edwards' gym, he has gone ahead and stated that Leon Edwards is apparently insecure and scared of Ian Garry. Apparently, Ian Garry is running his mouth saying that Leon Edwards doesn't want him in the gym because he's insecure and he knows that Ian Garry is better than him. And I don't think that's true at all. Pretty much, Ian Garry's just kind of waffling at this point, to be honest with you guys. A couple months ago, he said that Leon Edwards had kicked him so hard in the mouth that he needed to get a surgery, and basically complimenting Leon Edwards, to fast forward a couple months later, getting kicked out of the gym, saying, Leon Edwards is insecure and the whole gym is afraid of him. All these random things, bro. So in my opinion, Ian Garry's just completely waffling, alright? This is a major L for Ian Garry and a major W for the chat himself, Leon Edwards. The beef between Jeff Neal and Ian Garry, guys, basically started at UFC 292, alright? These guys were supposed to fight each other, and Jeff Neal had to pull out with an injury, which is why Neil Magny stepped up and fought Ian Garry. But pretty much, Ian Garry kind of didn't take to this kind-heartedly. Basically, he started, you know, taking Jeff Neal's mugshot and started putting it on t-shirts, started selling it to people, and sooner or later, he was at an event and he was seen wearing one of these t-shirts. Now, I think this is a scumbag move. This is, you know, just very arrogant by Ian Garry.
People thought it was funny. I'm like, you think that's funny? Like, there's nothing funny about it. Like, you put somebody's mugshot on a shirt and like, that's funny. That's tasteless.
So that right there was Jeff Neal talking about the mugshot incident, and I can definitely understand how he feels a bit annoyed from the situation because of how much of a twat Ian Garry is. But yeah, if these two ever get the chance to fight again, I would love to see Jeff Neal knock off Ian Garry's head. Let's be real. Gilbert Burns finds Ian Garry extremely annoying. Now, I have all the evidence here, guys. Pretty much, you know, I want to say shout out to Red Pill MMA, by the way. This is who I got the idea from, this storyline from. But yeah, Ian Garry and Gilbert Burns, before both their fights for UFC 273 last year, they were both scheduled to go out to a family dinner, you know what I mean? Both their families just go out, have food, have fun before the night of the fights. And Gilbert Burns has a huge fight against Khamzat Chimaev, right? Probably the biggest fight of his career. So he needs to be dialed in. He needs to be chill. He needs to be around good people who are just calm. And Gilbert Burns' psychologist literally came out and said the night before they were going to go out to dinner, like, hey, do not go out with Ian Garry. This will not be good for you. Ian Garry's energy levels are too high, too fucking annoying, pretty much.
A pasta or something. So we get back to the hotel, and about an hour later, his wife comes into my wife and says, Layla, I understand we were all going for dinner, but yeah, Gilbert's psychologist doesn't think it's a good idea to be around Ian Garry because he's just too much energy, and Gilbert's fucking agitated. And I'm like,
that's all you need to know about this situation between Gilbert Burns and Ian Garry. We know for a fact that Gilbert Burns finds Ian Garry extremely annoying, and why would you want to be around Ian Garry the night before your fight? I would feel very fucking agitated as well, along with Gilbert Burns. So Ian Garry he cannot catch a break, bro. He's just too fucking annoying, like I say. Now, the beef that Sean Strickland has with Ian Garry, guys, is, I'm going to be real with you, I kind of made this up on the spot. I don't think these two have beef, but I do want to show you something that Ian Garry said after Sean Strickland's performance against Israel Adesanya, taking the belt off Israel Adesanya. This guy really said that Israel Adesanya lost the fight more than Sean Strickland won the fight. What the fuck does that even mean, bro? Like, literally, what does that even mean? Is this guy just cocking Israel Adesanya to the max, or what? This is just another glimpse of not only how annoying Ian Garry is, but how much of a cock he is. And we're going to get into that in a second, but what the fuck does this guy mean by this statement, guys? We move on to the third reason, guys. I want to apologize for the second reason for taking forever. It's not my fault that Ian Garry has multiple fucking beef with a bunch of UFC fighters, okay? It's just very, very stupid. But the third reason is, you know, a lot of Irish people don't like Ian Garry. Now, I don't have any evidence to prove this, but guys, believe me when I say this. I really do think there are a lot of people in Ireland who do not like Ian Garry because of how much he tries to be like Conor McGregor, all right? I'm 100% confident that there are people in Ireland that will tell you, like, look, you know, there's only one Conor McGregor, and Ian Garry's trying to beat Conor McGregor so badly. We can't fuck with this guy, and that's really all it is, guys. I trust me, fam. I know there were people internationally all across the world, including Ireland, that just can't stand Ian Garry, bro. Not only that, guys, but Ian Garry has recently came out and stated that he is a vegan. Now, I don't have a problem with a vegan. Like, I really don't. But he went out with Conor McGregor recently for a dinner. And he pretty much, you know, when he went out with Conor McGregor for a dinner in Ireland, you know, you already know Conor McGregor's eating the fat steaks, the fat fucking chicken, the potatoes, the broth, all that good shit, bro. The meat, bro, the stem cells, all that good shit for you and your body, the protein, all right? The fucking protein. Ian Garry pretty much says to Conor McGregor, I can't have that. I'm vegan. Like, imagine being with the Don of the UFC, the face of the UFC, and you tell him he's vegan. Like, I honestly think that Conor McGregor, like, looked at him and was like, yeah, fucking vegan, mate. Yeah, fucking vegan. You know what I mean? Like, bro, why are you a vegan, dude? You're in a crucial welterweight division. Like, guys like Shavkat Rakhmonov, Jeff Neal, all these guys eat meat for their chins and for their body and their protein. Like, Ian Garry probably walks around smelling like shit because all he does is eat greens. And like I said, I don't have a problem with anyone being vegan, but you can't be a vegan at welterweight when, you know, size fucking matters and muscle mass and protein, fam. We move on from that absolute soy garbage crap from Ian Garry about him being a bloody vegan, and we're going to talk about the last reason here, guys, why Ian Garry is super annoying. This guy is a straight cuck, alright? Now, I'm not just saying a cuck because I hate him. This guy is dating a woman who is 15 years older than him. Now, if you know who Layla Machado is, Ian Garry's wife, she is a devil, bro. She's literally a demon. She's been up to no good in her career, you know what I mean? I can't even imagine how many bodies she done caught, and I'm not trying to trash Ian Garry, but, like, does he not realize that this woman is fucking pure evil, bro? I can't even go into the stuff that she's done, but she is not, you know, someone that Ian Garry should be having around in his life. And he's had a baby with her, and apparently Ian Garry lets, you know, his wife manage everything he does, you know, take care of all the money, all the businesses they own. Basically, he's just a straight cock for his wife, and I can't respect that, bro. I'm just gonna be real. I'm gonna keep it short and simple, but I can't respect a cock like Ian Garry. But guys, all I'm trying to say is, you know, I really don't think Ian, you know, Garry's wife is, I just think she's really fucking evil, bro. You know what I mean? Let me know what you guys think about her. I just think she's bad news for Ian Garry. And I do kind of feel bad for Ian Garry. You know, I feel like he's just very young. He's very vulnerable, which is why he's a major cock. But that's all it is, man. That's really all it is. Guys, those are my 4 reasons why I think Ian Garry is one of the most annoying UFC fighters as of right now. Guys, if there's any other annoying fighters in the UFC who you think are absolute menaces that you guys want me to do a video on, feel free to let me know in the comments below. This video took me a while to edit, so I would definitely really appreciate it if you guys smashed a like on this video and subscribed if you're new. I pump out a lot of MMA content weekly, so guys, I want to say thank you all again for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.